the thing that I got from all your videos is the one that we should be confident enough to answer the question. What
Yes,
we
absolutely.
answer is not important, but how
Yes.
we answer is important.
Yes. Okay. So Malika, before giving my feedback, I want you to tell me that how was the interview and what do you want to rate yourself out of 10?
I would rate myself 8 out of 10 because I lag behind in academic question, and I think it is important to have a basic knowledge, basic, concept brush up. So I'll work on that. So yeah, I'll give 8 out of 10. Yeah,
Apart from that,
and it is a learning experience. I like it.
okay, perfect. Chalo. I'll be adding my feedbacks now that what all things I felt you can improve in the interview. First of all, try to add some hobbies in your introduction. Okay. The intro was good, absolutely good intro, but you can add some hobbies because interviewer wants to know extra curriculum things. What do you do in your life? Because study is something everyone is doing, job is something everyone is doing nowadays. But apart from that, where do you spend your time? Okay. You can mention any point. In your colleges, if you were a group leader, team leader, anything. If you like any sport, any hobbies, you can add all those things. Singing, dancing, anything, whichever you do in your life, you can add all those things. That will give a good impact because interviewer always wants to know extra curriculum things from a candidate. So that will give a good impact. Apart from this, the confidence that you have in the interview, that is very good. The way you communicate things is excellent. Okay. There was no lacking in the communication or anything. So things were good. But you should know about Byjus also, who is the founder, co-founder, the year Byju started, Play Store rating, annual revenue, all these things you should know basic. Because the company wants that whenever you are applying for some domain, you should know basic requirements, basic things. Okay.
Yeah, she told me as well when I asked her, when she called me yesterday. So I asked her what the thing that I have to prepare, right? So she told me that, read something about company, and I forgot that.
Right. So you should know basic things. This is very common.
Yeah.
So that is definitely, that will help you to grow well. Okay.
Yeah,
Apart
sure.
from
I'll
this,
read the notes as well.
yes. Apart from this, one big mistake you did is you agreed for every job role. I told you that you want to apply for BDA. You told yes. I told you want to apply for academic specialist. You told yes. Then you're applying for mentor job role also. That is not a good sign. Why? Because if you want to apply for multiple domains, they'll not trust you. That you are like, whenever you get an option to switch, definitely you'll make a switch. You're not a person who is confident that I'll be working in this particular profile for at least 1 year or 2 years. Okay.
Actually, I have applied for everything, so I got like really natural. Okay, I'll do
no, I understand, but keep it with you. Okay. Don't disclose things. Okay. We can talk and discuss in the feedback section, but don't mention in the interview. Here you have mentioned not a problem. I can adjust things, but in the interview, don't mention all these things. Okay. That is my point. That take care of it. Don't mention I want to apply for academic specialist, BDA and all. If you are applying for mentor job role, stick to this. That right now my goal and my job role is to apply for this particular role. So I'll be working for this job role for longer run. I don't want to apply for any other position. Okay. I am seeing my good future in this particular field only. So I'll be like working, I'll be exploring myself more in this particular field only. I'll not go with any other field. That will help you ultimately.
I'll take care of it for sure.
Yes. And apart from that, whenever you are answering a question, I sensed one thing that you were giving up at some point. If customer is not interested, I'll just let it go. And okay, customer can go. Okay. Don't have that attitude. Because whenever you are answering a question, you should be rigorous while answering a question. You should try your level best to convince a customer. Okay. If customer wants to go or something like that, you should have that patience to control the customer. Okay. Don't let the customer go, because customer is having multiple options nowadays. If he wants to apply, he can apply in multiple like companies. We have Vedantu, White Hat Junior, Extra Marks, many companies are there. So he can apply anywhere. But being a professional of Byjus, it's your duty to stop the customer. Giving up is not a solution. If you give up with the customers, then no one will trust you. Being an interviewer will not trust you. If you get a chance in future, you'll just let it go. And if customer is saying something, you'll just say, sir, if you want, then take it. Otherwise, you can just let it go. Okay. That is not a good sign. Okay. So don't give up. Try to convince with multiple methods. If suppose I am not convinced with you and I'm giving you multiple cross questions, At that time, try to think something innovative. What more can I add? What all things can I add more in this particular thing to convince a customer? That way you can convince a customer easily. Otherwise, that particular thing will lack in the interview. Okay, don't let that lack, because you have good confidence. So it doesn't sound good with a confidence. You are saying no to a customer, it will not sound good at all. Okay, so my suggestion is try to find multiple approaches to convince a customer. Don't let the customer go. Even if a customer is of poor background, poor family also, then also try to convince the customer. Okay, that will give you a good help.
Sure.
Okay, you were adding the USPs, that adaptive learning, knowledge graph, that is good. You should add, but don't add in every question. Otherwise, it sounds like repetitive in every question. You are just adding, you don't know any other point, and you are just adding the USPs every point. Okay, so don't add the USP at every point. USP is good, but try to add the USP in 1 or 2 questions. That is all. Don't try to add the USP in every question. Okay, and always do a role play with a customer. Whenever interviewer is giving you a situation, do a role play. And how you'll start? You'll just wish the customer first of all. Good evening, sir. May I know how are you? How are you doing nowadays? Right now, COVID is going on in the country, all over the country. So just I want to know, out of curiosity, your family is safe or not? Because in this situation, I have seen multiple people of my known suffering from this particular problem. So I just want to know casually, your family is safe or not? I'll come to your question also, but first of all, I want to know out of curiosity. That will give a confidence, and that will build a bond with the customer. Customer will trust you that you are a good human being. At least you are trying to make customer comfortable. Otherwise, if you are a mentor, you are calling a customer, they'll not listen to you much. Okay. So first of all,
emotional connection is also
important. Absolutely. We should have that connect with the customer. Otherwise, the customer will not trust you at any point. Whenever you are saying something, suggesting something, they'll not make a trust on you. So always try to have that contact, that connect with the customer. Ask few questions. That's all. May I know what is your job role? What do you do in your life? Like in your job? May I know what is ma'am doing? The wife of the customer, what is she doing? In which class the child is right now? All these questions you can ask the customer. That what is the weak subject? What is the strong subject of the child? You can ask all these questions. That will give a good impact. So it is your job role, your duty to first of all make customer comfortable. After customer is comfortable with you, then add all your points, whatever you want to add. You are adding good points and you are trying your best to like add every point. But just greeting was missing at every question. Greeting and making customer comfortable. In our language, we call it as need generation. Okay.
Need generation.
So you have to generate the need first of all. That okay, why I am here and what is my purpose? Then make customer comfortable, and then you can just convince the customer in whatever ways you want. Okay, by adding all the USPs. Okay, that is the basic point that you have to add in all the questions. Okay, apart from that, academics will not compulsory come in your interview, but you should know basic questions. Otherwise, the interviewer will question you that basic things you don't know. How will you be in this particular job role? If a candidate is asking you
I'll brush up on that.
If a candidate is asking you some basic question, ma'am, tell me the Newton's second law or first law. How will you answer? If you will not answer, you will have a negative impact. That an employee of Byjus is not knowing basic things also. Okay, this is very basic. So you should know basic things.
Right.
And you mentioned you are a banker and all, then definitely they would be like wanting that you should know all these things, basic questions. Okay,
this is very I will basic. Brush up on that.
Try to learn all these things that will help you grow well. Okay. Now coming to the last part of the section, that was salaries and all. Okay, so I told you that will you work for me for 10,000 rupees per month for at least 3 months? Don't agree with my point. Okay, because you are an individual and you are earning for your family, right? To support your family. So you are giving your time, efforts, everything. So why will you work in 10K for me? If I have mentioned something on the job description that I'll give you 4 lakh rupees, then why will you work for 10K? So I was just confusing you in that question. And just you have to mention that, sir, see, I'll give my 100%. I'll give my time, my efforts, my energy, everything I'll give. But sir, I would just request you one thing. I also have a family and I am earning for them, for betterment of my family. So I would be requiring a reasonable salary. So whatever you have mentioned in job description, I would be requesting you that, sir, please pay me that particular salary. Because that is the thing I want in my life. That is my motivation. If you want me to work hard, I should have some motivation. And my salary is my motivation. So, sir, I would request you, I can just request you at this point of time that whatever salary is mentioned there in job description, I will be like okay and comfortable to work in the company with that particular salary. It's a humble request from my side that don't give me 10K for 3 months also, because I have lots of responsibilities of my family. So I'll not be able to handle all those things. That is my request. So it's very polite tone, right? In this polite tone, if you say to customer or interviewer, definitely he'll not feel bad about it. And he'll give you the edge that, okay, if you want something and you like, if you require something for your need, I'll give you, I'll trust you. Okay. These things happens. Okay. In the bond question, that was good, that you don't like bond is not an issue for you. There is no bond in Byjus, to be very honest. Okay.
I actually read there because I was so worried if there is a bond, then someday you will try that, why not to switch over to some other company? It happens, right? So I think if there will be bond, how can I survive? So I read it yesterday only.
They just want to check the mental stability of yours.
Check the mental
that what are you thinking?
In your comments only, I get that. I saw your videos, so in your comments only, I saw that.
Yes. So that is why they'll just add all these points. But don't be confused. Always mention that, okay, sir, if you have a bond also, I don't have any issues. That as you mentioned. Okay. And always try to give money second priority. I asked you a question that rate 3 things: money, work-life balance, and career growth. So whatever you keep in first position and third position, that will not matter much. But keep money in second priority. You should show some need that I want money. If you keep money at third priority, they will just feel like money is not your priority. So always show them that
actually,
money is my priority.
What I think that is, if we grow in the career, right, money will automatically come.
No,
it is my thinking, right?
I agree with your point. That is completely the truth. But still, they want that you should have some
to be
stand.
Manipulative.
You have to just take some stand that I want my motivation. My motivation is my salary. If I get a good salary, if I earn well, definitely I'll manage every single thing. Be it work.
In that case, we can say that money is a motivation.
In a polite tone, you can just mention all these things. Not a problem. Okay. So likewise, you can just add your points whenever you want. And that will give a good impression. Okay. So rest things are good in you. The confidence, the communication skill, the way you answer, the multiple approach that you develop while giving answer, all are completely fine from my side. Okay. Just work on few basic points. Okay. That will just help you boost up your skills. Okay. So that will give you a good push whenever you give an interview. Because I always have a high hope from you. Because you are giving a good interview. You are saying everything in a polite tone, in a drastic way, with a smile. So that creates a good impression. But always with a good impression, you have to add your particular points which you want to add. Don't miss out any point at any point of time. That will not give a good impression towards the interviewer. Okay. So try to add all these points in sequential manner. That will help you to grow well. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
And have you seen my videos in YouTube channel? So how was it?
Yeah, that was really nice. I saw them yesterday only. I saw the video of a lady, I think that you're taking the interview. She is also being selected.
Right.
She's student success specialist.
Right.
So I saw that video only.
So you learned something from that video? Something you learned from the concepts?
Yeah, I learned about the questions that was being asked to her and how we can present ourselves to the interviewer. We should be confident enough. We should have that communication skills. Like the thing that I got from all your videos is the one that we should be confident enough to answer the question. What we answer is not important, but how we answer is important.
Yes. Multiple ways is very important. If you give up in any question, that will not give good impact. Always try multiple approaches. If customer is saying, no, I don't want to buy this and that, then you'll have to convince the customer in all possible ways. So always give your best shot. And let the interviewer
I get this question between difference between mentor and teacher from that video only.
Yes.
I really don't know that they can ask this question also.
No, they definitely ask. All these questions which we had today, are all asked in Byju's interview sometime. Okay. In the previous 2-3 weeks, they have asked all these questions in the interview. That is why I asked you all the same questions, so that you can get a clear picture at how to speak and how to answer. So I was just checking, are you compatible with all the questions, or are you feeling nervous with answering any question? So you are doing good, not a problem. But try to enhance your approach. Try to add some valid points. If a customer is saying no, try to convince, try to push the customer. Because customer
yeah,
is
at last I would say, okay, I'll convince him or her at my own best,
yes,
and
yes,
I'll make them connected to the Byjus.
yes, yes. That is the whole point.
Yeah,
Okay. Try your level
yeah,
best. Interviewer will stop you that
yeah.
okay, I got your point. Now we'll have next question. Okay. So likewise, you can add all the questions. Okay. So these all questions definitely they'll ask you difference between mentor and
Okay.
teacher and what do you want to make a change in education system in India. So these are very pet question of Byjus. They'll definitely ask you. So be ready and prepared with all
Yeah,
these
she
questions.
asked me in previous interview also that what are the changes that you want to make in the education system. She asked
See,
me that question.
because these are very
Yeah.
pet questions. They always ask all these questions. So be prepared. And first and foremost thing is your intro. Try to add your hobbies in the intro. Don't forget that. Because that will give a good impression. Okay. Because your intro will be your first impression. I don't know you personally. So from that intro only, in that 1 minute, I'll be judging you. So try to give me a good vibes while your intro. Guys, I hope आपको हमारा ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा. अगर पसंद आया हो तो don't forget to like the video, share with your friends and subscribe our channel so that आपके लिए हम फ्यूचर में भी ऐसे innovative videos लाते रहे so that you can get help from all these videos. I'll see you soon in next video. Till that time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.